If you're learning how to solve the Rubik's Cube, there's a high chance you'll come across cube notation, which looks something like the letters you see here on screen. Now, you'd usually come across these letters when learning algorithms, using a scramble, or reconstructing a solve. So I think it's highly important you learn these ASAP, no Rocky. Now, U stands for up, D stands for down, L stands for left, R stands for right, F stands for front, and B stands for back. Now, quick disclaimer, I won't be using the optimal finger tricks in this tutorial, as that'll be part of the next course video. So if you're watching from YouTube, make sure to join my free private community in the description, where I will give you free resources in the resources section. So again, don't move the cube how I'm going to be moving it in this tutorial, as I'll be only doing this for illustrative purposes only. If the algorithm is just a letter, turn that side clockwise as if you're facing it. So if the algorithm says R, then you would rotate the right side 90 degrees in a clockwise direction. Now, since clocks move this way and not that way, it's going to be a bit tricky to tell which way is clockwise, especially for the R and L sides. So what I suggest in the beginning is that if you are doing an R move, to rather rotate your cube while keeping your thumb on the face that was in front of you initially, and then rotate the right side once in a clockwise direction, and then rotate back to where you started. And you can use the same logic for L. Keep your right thumb on the face that's currently in front of you, and rotate your cube so that the left side is now facing you. Turn that side clockwise once, 90 degrees, and then rotate back to where you started. Now, you'll quickly realize that R and L don't move in the same direction. As you can see, we have different colors here. And this is a beginner mistake I made so many times when I was learning cube notation. So I think a helpful tip here is to remember that two opposite sides always turn in different directions. So if U goes this way, then D will go that way. If R goes this way, L comes down that way. If F goes this way, then B goes that way. Now, this is where prime comes in. If there's an apostrophe after the letter, it means prime. Now, back then in like 2018, people used to say inverse. I've heard some cubers say inverse, but I think prime is the more used term, which means to turn that side 90 degrees anti-clockwise, which would be the opposite direction of the normal letters. So if R goes this way initially, then R prime will come down that way. A 2 after the letter means to turn that side twice, or 180 degrees. Now, it usually doesn't matter from which direction you're turning. So R2 can be like this, but R2 can also look like this. Once you've learned basic cube notation, try to always use a cube timer to time your solves and to scramble your cube to make your solves more legit. This is the fastest way to learn cube notation, and I recommend using CS Timer for this. Remember to keep white top and green front, as that's how it's done in WCA official competitions. And a quick tip on CS Timer is that you can select Tools and Draw Scramble from the drop-down menu, and your scramble should look like this with white top and green front. And as a quick exercise, try to do this scramble, which will give you an interesting looking pattern. And once done, take a pic of your cube and post it in the pinned post below this course video. That's where you'll find the resources for this video as well.